Hi, in this video we are going to look at the foundation layout plan. So the foundation layout plan is very important in the architecture drawings because it helps the contractor on site to easily locate the positions of the foundation trenches and also not to mess up the foundation of the building. So a kind reminder is now in the last video I showed you how you can draw steel the roof framing plan. This is a short video that I created because the first video I created, it was kind of long, so I tried to shorten each and everything. So if you haven't watched this video, I'll leave a link in the description box. Also I'll put a link of the other long video in the same description box. So if you haven't watched them, please you can check out in the description box, yeah, such that you can watch them. So let's continue with the foundation layout plan. So I came up with this typical strip foundation detail. So I tried to illustrate each and every element that is required on a typical strip foundation. So you find that I'll be using a thickness of 200 millimeters for the plinth wall. Then also our foundation trench will be of width 600 millimeters. It always obtains the width of the strip concrete, the concrete strip. Yeah, so here we have the concrete, the hardcore bed. Then there is a blending layer. Then there is an oversight concrete right here. Then it is finished by cement sand and screeding. So this is what we are going to look at today, the foundation layout plan. So let's get started and I show you exactly how we can go over it. So first things first, I'm going to first delete off the windows, the text and the doors. Yeah, so I'll highlight these tags for the windows and also the texts inside the drawing. I'll also highlight the internal doors and also the external door. Then I'll also highlight these windows. So when you're done, you simply delete them by pressing the delete key at the keyboard. So after that, here is the ground floor plan we have. So I'm going to highlight one of the grid lines. Then I'll offset it at a distance of 100 millimeters. Then also this side, I'll do the same thing, such that the reason as to why I've offsetted it at a distance of 300 this side and also this side 300 is I want to obtain the width of this foundation trench. Yeah, because earlier before I said that it always obtains the width of the strip concrete. So this is what I'm trying to illustrate right here. So I'll do the same thing for all these other grid lines. Then I'll offset this grid line at a distance of 1500 millimeters, such that I can have a temporary grid line for this internal wall right here. Okay, so when you're done, I'll highlight each and everything right here. So I'll use my trim command. Then I'll trim off all the unnecessary lines that we don't need. Yeah, I'm going to be kind of fast such that I don't make the video too long. So okay, right now if you're done with the trimming, I'm going to remove I'll highlight some of these lines, then I'll delete them. Then after that, I'm going to highlight uh, these lines that show the foundation trenches. Okay, so I'll put them under the layer for foundation trench. Then I'll use a continuous line. Then I'll press escape. So we have our foundation layout properly drawn. So let's proceed with the paint wall. So first I'll remove this hatch, then also I'll delete this dimension. Then next, still I'll delete off these lines that were showing the walls for the superstructure. Because right now I no longer need them. The reason as to why I left them there at the beginning, it was to help me align the positions of the foundation trenches. So right now we have the foundation trenches, we can just delete them. So this is what we have right now. Next, I'm going to still use our grid lines. So I'll highlight this grid line, then I'll click at the offset command, then I'll click at it, then I'll offset it at a distance of 100 millimeters. Then also this side I'll do the same thing. So I'm going to do the same thing for all these grid lines. Yeah. So when you're done with offsetting all those grid lines, we shall highlight each and everything. But this time we don't need to highlight the foundation trenches because we already have them and we don't need to tamper with them. So I'll click at the trim command. Then I'll trim off these unnecessary lines. So when you're done with doing the trimming, you press escape. Then I'll try to remove these lines that I don't want from the drawing. Then you press the delete key at the keyboard. Then after that, I'll highlight these lines that show the alignment of the plinth wall. So when you're done with highlighting them, I'll put them under the layer for walls. Then I'll also use the line for continuous. So I'll press escape. Then I'll select my layer for hatch. Then I'll click at the hatch command. It opens up. Then I'll select this hatch command. Then I'll give it a scale of 1000. And I'll press enter at the keyboard. So I'll simply put in this hatch. So when you're done, you press escape. Then as you can see, we are soon reaching to the end of this video. Yeah, so this is our plinth wall. Then this is the foundation trench. Yeah, so after this we are going to do the dimensioning of the drawing. So I'll select my layer for dimensions. Then I'll click at the dimension command. Then after that, from this point right here, I'll stretch out my cursor to that point. Then I'll highlight this dimension, then I'll select continue dimension. I'll try to move these ones up like that. Then I'll also put this dimension. When you're done with putting the dimensions, next I'm going to put the legend. So I'll select my layer for text, then I'll click at the text command, then I'll put it somewhere there. I'll give it a height of 200 millimeters. So I'll use the rectangle command, then I'll draw a square of 500 by 500 millimeters. Now try to position it right there. Then I'll use the hatch command. Then I'll put in this hatch that I used for the print wall right there. I'll press escape. Then still I'll highlight this square. Then I'll have a copy of it down here. Then I'll select my layer for foundation trench. Then I'll click at the line command and I'll draw lines in here. So still I'll select my layer for text. Then I'll put in print wall. I'll give it a height of 100. Then I'll try to position it right. And I'll just copy it down there. Then for this one, I'll put in foundation trench. Okay, so next I'll highlight this and then I'll edit it to foundation layout plan. So we have come to the end of this video. If you've really found something of helpful and it has added value to you, please you can share this kind of content to friends, relatives, and also someone you know who is in need of this kind of content. And then also you can subscribe to the channel such that you always get notified whenever we upload this kind of content. Thanks for watching. We meet next time.